You'll see every member of my caucus standing strong and opposing that budget, because while we understand the state is in a budget crisis, we cannot move backwards on a core function of government like roads and bridges. And so if the Republicans want to balance the budget, they can't do it by jeopardizing the safety of our citizens as we drive over our roads and bridges.
I've served 9 years on the House Transportation Committee, and let me tell you folks, the crisis in Oklahoma's structurally deficient roads and bridges is real. It's a threat to both public safety and economic development. We've made wonderful progress in the last 8 years for fixing bridges across the state. But however, when I came in 2006, we had a $10 billion deficient roads and bridges. Today, 9 years later, we still have a $10 billion deficiency in roads and bridges funding, because we're not keeping up with bridges like Belle and Sheridan Road over Highway 11 in Tulsa. It's symbolic of what's happening all across the state. That's why we're here today, to draw attention to it. I do want to make one thing clear that needs to be ringing across the entire state of Oklahoma. Oklahoma's roads, highways, and bridges that are structurally deficient will never be fixed by a structurally deficient state budget, and we need to vote no.
These bridges are a concern here for when I bring my family and other citizens come to Oklahoma City. But I want to talk to you today about a different fund called the County Improvement for Roads and Bridges. Oklahoma has the 5th highest number of deficient bridges in the country. We hear about schools being 49th. That's disgraceful. We hear about bridges, 5th in the country as far as deficient bridges. 83% of those bridges are deficient in rural Oklahoma on the county highway system. According to the word we hear from the leader of the Senate Appropriations and Budget and the House Appropriation Budget, that $129 million, or much of it, is going to be subject to being swept away to cover a budget shortfall of $633 million. We can't afford to have that done for the safety of the citizens of the state of Oklahoma, vehicular traffic. Contact the Republicans and tell them we will not stand for road funds to be used to meet the budget deficit. It's imperative. It's going to happen. We need to say we don't want you to vote for any budget at all that will cut $1 from the county road budget or the state highway road budget. It's a matter of safety. It's a matter of safety of my family and your family and visitors to the state of Oklahoma. I really appreciate your time today. Thank you for coming.